Hey, Viking fans, the Minnesota Vikings are about to break some records. Let's talk about which ones and who's doing it next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull Brothers and Sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Now make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. You'll enter my contest. I'll talk about that in a second. First, friends of the channel, Purple and Gold for Days, Purple Pocket Podcast, GG Sports Podcast, The Purple Code. Go subscribe and like and comment on their channels too. I'm on their shows, they're on mine. Help support them. Now, the next thing is we're giving away an autographed jersey January 3rd. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. That energy in the contest. There's no limit to entry. I don't throw away any entries. January 3rd, I'm going to be showing who wins that jersey, autographed by Chuck Foreman. And we're with Fanatics. This is you can find the Concord North shirts on Fanatics. Look in the description of the video below, and if you take one of those links and go looking and go put it in a browser, and if you buy from Fanatics there, you'll help support the channel. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Now let's talk about records we're gonna break. Well, first year season of a coach, 11 wins was the record. 11-5 by Denny Green. Great, I think was a great coach. Second best coach we ever had, behind Bud Grant. I don't think you can argue with that. Now, Denny Green passed away several years ago, but you still remember. It was pretty awesome. I actually watched him in, I forget, it was a UFL game or whatever. It was like a 16-18 league or something like that. Denny Green and Dante Culpepper were reunited as a coach and quarterback. It is pretty neat to see. It's sad to see Denny Green not here with us today, but his legacy lives on, and his record was tied. Kevin O'Connell got to 11 wins and has 3 more games to break Denny Green's record. So that's saying a lot. So that's one of the records that's gonna pass hopefully this weekend against the Giants, and way to pass the torch on to Kevin O'Connell. Wish he was here to see it. Denny Green, wish you were here to see it, man. You were a good coach, and honestly, I don't know what was going on, why we got rid of you, but you had one down season, and then they got rid of you. It was a shame. I think he had a lot more life left in him, and still had a heck of a lot of good players. So, next, let's talk about Chris Carter. Chris Carter has 122 catches. I think he did it twice in a row. That is Vikings' single season reception record. And who's got 111 but Justin Jefferson? So Justin Jefferson has broken the rookie receiving record. It was passed up by his old teammate the following year. I think he would still have it if we just would have started him the first couple games of the season, but we didn't. We finally figured out what we had, but too late back in 2020. But Justin Jefferson breaking his record, 122. He's also going to break Randy Moss's record. I don't know why I didn't put Randy Moss in a picture here, but let's talk about him. I think 1,617 yards. And I think we're 10 yards short of breaking that, so it'll be the second. He could do it in the same game even, but he might do it in the next 2 games with the receptions. But if he got 12 catches and 10 yards this next game, 10 yards and 12 catches, crazy. That's all he needs to break Randy Moss's single season receiving record and Chris Carter's reception record. He's already broke the rookie record. He was passed up. Should still have it, honestly. He broke the record for the most yards in two years by any receiver. And now he's broken in 3 years by any receiver. So he's already set 3 NFL records, even though one is broken already. He's about to break the Vikings reception record and the receiving yards record. So that's awesome. Both of those guys are around to see it. That's awesome. The pass on the torch. The next is this one. He had 4,700, I want to say 18 yards or 17 yards. I wonder if I still have it up here. Well, he's got, so Dante Culpepper's got the record for the most yards in a season by the Minnesota Viking. That was 4,717 yards. And Kirk Cousins is 899 yards away. Now, he would need a lot of yards in the next 2 games to beat that record, like 450 apiece. But in 3 games, he could get 300 yards apiece. It would be a situation like a Roger Maris, Babe Ruth situation where he got an extra game. Maris had an extra 8 games to break Babe Ruth's record. But Dante's record sitting at 4,717 yards. Kirk Cousins, who's having a terrible statistical year, is 900 yards away from setting the Vikings passing record. He has 4,900 yards with the Redskins when he played for them, but here I don't think he's broken over 4,400 or 40. He's been in around 4,300 a few times. So Dante Culpepper will get passed up. He could potentially get passed up by Kirk Cousins. So those are the records we're going to be looking at the rest of the season. The wins by a coach in his first year by rookie head coach for the Vikings. The reception record by Justin Jefferson. The receiving yards by Justin Jefferson. And Kirk Cousins, the passing yards. On top of that, the Vikings have already set the record for the most one-score victories with 10. They tied it, and they need one more to break it. And Kirk Cousins is one away from fourth quarter comebacks. So we're one away from tying that record. So I don't want a fourth quarter comeback, Kirk. I want a blowout. Let's get one. Although I take that best comeback. Oh, yeah. And we broke the record for the biggest comeback in history. There's nothing to say other than this is a special season. We got special players. Skull Vikes. That's it. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Skull Vikes.